Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our English Learning Podcast. Everyone wants to improve their English. Maybe you are listening to this podcast because you want to speak English better. Maybe you are a student who wants to get better opportunities with international people. Maybe you are someone who has studied English for many years when speaking. If you feel this way, is specially created for you.
Hello, everyone. I'm also very excited to be here today. Our topic is how to learn English alone at home. And I think this topic is very important because many people believe that they cannot learn English unless they have an expensive teacher, attend a famous school, or live in an English-speaking country. But that is not always true. With the right method, the right mindset, and daily practice alone at home.
Exactly, Emma. Many people underestimate the power of small daily actions. They think, I need to study 5 hours every day. I need perfect grammar before I speak. I need thousands of vocabulary words before I can communicate. But these thoughts often stop people from starting. The truth is, progress comes from consistency. Small steps every day can create a big change after months and years.
That reminds me of a powerful idea often shared by successful entrepreneurs like Jack Ma. He often talks about the importance of patience, learning from mistakes, and continuing even when the journey is difficult. One important lesson from his story is success does not happen overnight. It comes from continuing to learn and improving yourself every single day, and this idea is also true for learning English.
Yes, learning English is not a race. It is a journey. Some people improve quickly, some people need more time, but the most important thing is not your speed. The most important thing is that you keep moving forward. Imagine you learn only 10 new words every day. After 1 month, you can learn around 300 new words. After 1 year, you can know thousands of new words. Small actions become big results.
Alex, many beginners ask this question, can I really learn English by myself at home? What do you think?
Yes, absolutely. Of course, having a teacher can help you. Having friends to practice with is also helpful. But today we have many resources that previous generations never had. We have podcasts, we have videos, we have online dictionaries, we have language learning applications, we have artificial intelligence tools. The world has become a huge classroom.
That is true. In the past, if someone wanted to learn another language, they might need to travel to another country. But today, you can sit in your bedroom, open your phone, listen to English conversations, repeat sentences, and practice speaking. Your home can become your English classroom.
Exactly. But there is one important thing. Having resources is not enough. Many people collect learning materials but never use them. They download hundreds of videos. They save many English lessons. They buy many books, but they do not practice. Learning happens when you take action.
I agree. A person who practices English for 30 minutes every day will usually improve faster than someone who studies randomly for 5 hours once a month. Consistency beats intensity.
That is a very important sentence for our listeners. Consistency beats intensity. Let's repeat it together. Consistency beats intensity. It means doing something regularly is more powerful than doing something only sometimes. Emma, before we talk about learning methods, I think we need to talk about mindset, because many people fail to learn English not because they are not smart. They fail because they lose confidence.
Yes. Some beginners think, my English is terrible. I make too many mistakes. People will laugh at me, but making mistakes is a normal part of learning. A child learning their first language makes thousands of mistakes, but they continue speaking. That is why they become fluent.
Exactly. Mistakes are not enemies. Mistakes are teachers. Every mistake shows you something you can improve. If you say a sentence incorrectly today, tomorrow you can say it better.
This connects with another lesson from Jack Ma's journey. He faced many failures before becoming successful. The important lesson is not avoiding failure. The important lesson is learning from failure and continuing.
So for everyone listening today, do not wait until your English is perfect. Start speaking now. Your first sentence does not need to be perfect. Your first conversation does not need to be perfect. Your goal is communication, not perfection. You have already taken another small step toward improving your English. Remember, every minute you spend listening to English is an investment in your future. It may not feel like a big improvement today, But every sentence you hear trains your ears, expands your vocabulary, and helps you think more naturally in English. So don't underestimate today's practice. One day, you will look back and realize that these small daily efforts completely changed your life.
That's such an encouraging thought, Alex. Many beginners ask us the same question. They say, I want to study English every day, but I don't know where to start. I open YouTube and there are thousands of English videos. I download many learning apps, but after a few days I stop using them. I feel confused because there is too much information. Have you ever felt like that? If your answer is yes, don't worry. Many successful learners experienced exactly the same feeling at the beginning. The good news is that learning English doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes keeping your routine simple is the smartest decision you can make.
Exactly. Many people believe they need the perfect textbook, the perfect app, or the perfect teacher before they can begin. But perfection is not the goal. Progress is. There is a saying, inspired by Jack Ma's approach to learning and persistence. Don't wait for the perfect opportunity. Start with what you have, learn every day, and improve step by step. That idea is very powerful. If you have a phone, an internet connection, and the willingness to learn, you already have enough to begin your English journey.
I completely agree. Instead of asking, what is the best English course? Maybe we should ask, what English habit can I build today? Because habits create results. A routine that you follow every day is much more valuable than a perfect study plan that you never use.
Today, let's share a simple daily routine. It only takes about 30 minutes. 30 minutes may sound small, but if you practice every day for 1 year, you will spend more than 180 hours learning English. That is an incredible amount of practice. Let's break it into small parts.
Think about driving a car in heavy rain. If you cannot see the road clearly, pressing the gas pedal harder won't help. In fact, it may make things more dangerous. Instead, you naturally slow down, pay attention, and drive carefully. Life works the same way. When everything feels confusing, slowing down gives your mind time to think clearly. The first 10 minutes are for listening. Choose one English podcast or one short English conversation. Don't worry if you don't understand every word. Your brain is learning even when you don't understand everything. Listen carefully, pay attention to pronunciation. Notice how native speakers connect their words naturally. Don't stop every few seconds to translate. Just relax and listen.
That's a very important point. Many beginners pause every sentence because they want to understand 100%. But real communication doesn't work like that. Even native speakers sometimes miss words in fast conversations. Instead of asking, "What words did I miss?" ask yourself, "What is the main idea?" Understanding the main message is much more important.
Exactly. After listening, spend another 10 minutes speaking. Yes, speaking. Even if nobody is with you. Many learners think speaking requires another person. Actually, your mouth also needs practice. Read aloud, repeat after the speaker, copy the pronunciation, copy the rhythm, copy the emotion. At first, you may sound different. That is completely normal. Every expert once sounded like a beginner. Exactly. After listening, spend another 10 minutes speaking. Yes, speaking. Even if nobody is with you. Many learners think speaking requires another person. Actually, your mouth also needs practice. Read aloud, repeat after the speaker, copy the pronunciation, copy the rhythm, copy the emotion. At first, you may sound different. That is completely normal. Every expert once sounded like a beginner.
I love that sentence. Every expert once sounded like a beginner. Let's remember that. Don't be embarrassed if your pronunciation isn't perfect today. Every time you repeat an English sentence, your muscles become more familiar with English sounds. Speaking is like exercising. The more you practice, the stronger you become.
Alex, have you heard of shadowing?
Of course, shadowing is one of my favorite learning techniques. It is simple but very effective.
For anyone who doesn't know, shadowing means listening to a speaker and repeating almost immediately, like an echo. You don't stop to think about grammar. You don't translate into your native language. You simply listen and imitate. Little by little, your pronunciation becomes smoother, your speaking becomes faster, and your confidence grows naturally.
Emma, I think one of the biggest reasons people give up is comparison. They watch someone speaking perfect English and think, "I'll never speak like that." But comparing yourself to others can steal your motivation. Instead, compare yourself with who you were yesterday. Can you understand one more sentence today? Can you remember 5 more words this week? Can you speak for 1 more minute than last month? Those are the comparisons that truly matter.
That's such an important message. May often encouraged people to focus on continuous improvement instead of worrying about being the best immediately. His journey reminds us that success belongs to people who keep learning, keep adapting, and refuse to quit when progress feels slow. English learning is exactly the same. You don't need to become fluent next month, you only need to become a little better than you were yesterday.
Here's another great idea. Don't study English only when you open a textbook. Bring English into your daily life. Change your phone language to English. Read simple English menus. Watch English cooking videos. Listen to English songs. Read short English stories before bed. Think in English while walking. The more English becomes part of your daily routine, the faster your brain becomes comfortable with it.
Exactly. Imagine brushing your teeth every morning. You don't ask yourself whether you should do it, it's simply a habit. Your English practice should become the same. No excuses, no waiting for motivation. Just follow your routine. Motivation comes and goes. Habits stay. Before we finish today's section, remember one important lesson. Learning English at home is not about studying harder. It is about studying smarter. Small daily actions are much more powerful than occasional big efforts. Keep your routine simple, stay patient, celebrate small victories, and trust the process. One day you'll realize that the English you once thought was impossible has become part of your everyday life.
In the next part, we're going to talk about one of the biggest challenges for English learners, how to think in English without translating every sentence in your mind. We'll share practical exercises, common mistakes, and easy techniques you can start using today. So stay with us, and let's continue learning together. If you have listened to parts 1 and 2, first of all, congratulations, you are proving something very important. You are proving that you are willing to invest your time in yourself. Many people say they want to improve their English. Many people buy books, download learning applications, and save hundreds of English videos to watch later. But only a small number of people actually sit down, press play, listen carefully, and practice consistently. Today, you are one of those people. You should feel proud of yourself, because every small step you take today is building a stronger future for tomorrow.
Absolutely, Alex. Sometimes people think learning English is only about vocabulary or grammar. But in reality, learning English is also about changing the way you think. One of the biggest challenges for beginners is that they translate every sentence from their native language before they speak. This makes conversations slow and stressful. Many learners say, "I know the words, but when I want to speak, my mind becomes empty." Have you ever experienced that? If you have, don't worry. You are not alone. Almost every English learner goes through this stage. The good news is that with daily practice, you can train your brain to think directly in English.
So, Emma, how can beginners start thinking in English?
The answer is much simpler than many people imagine. Don't start with long, complicated sentences. Start with your daily life. For example, when you wake up in the morning, instead of thinking in your native language, quietly say to yourself, "Good morning. I'm feeling a little sleepy. I need to brush my teeth. I'm going to make breakfast." These are short, simple sentences, but they train your brain to connect English directly with your daily actions. Little by little, this becomes natural.
That's an excellent exercise. Another activity is to describe everything around you. Look around your room. You can say, "There is a window. My chair is comfortable. My laptop is on the desk. The weather looks beautiful today." You don't need difficult vocabulary. Simple English practiced every day is much more valuable than difficult English practiced once a month.
Exactly. Remember something inspired by Jack Ma's approach to learning. Great achievements are built from many small improvements made consistently over time. This idea applies perfectly to learning English. Every sentence you speak matters, every mistake teaches you something. Every day you continue practicing makes you stronger than yesterday. Don't underestimate the power of consistency.
Emma, I think many people stop speaking because they are afraid of making mistakes. What would you like to say to them?
I would say this. Mistakes are not signs of failure. Mistakes are signs that you are learning. Imagine a child learning to walk. Does the child fall down? Of course. Many times. But nobody tells the child to stop trying. Instead, everyone smiles, encourages the child, and celebrates every small improvement. Learning English is exactly the same. If you make mistakes, it means you are practicing. If you never make mistakes, perhaps you are not challenging yourself enough. When someone speaks to you with anger, you don't have to answer with anger. When someone spreads negativity, you don't have to accept it. Remaining calm isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign of emotional strength.
I completely agree. Though every fluent English speaker was once a beginner. Every confident speaker once felt nervous. Every successful learner once struggled to understand simple conversations. The difference is that they refused to quit. They kept listening. They kept reading. They kept speaking. Most importantly, they kept believing that improvement was possible.
Confidence doesn't suddenly appear one morning. Confidence grows through action. The more you speak, the more comfortable you become. The more you listen, the easier English sounds. The more you read, the more vocabulary you recognize. The more you practice, the more confident you feel. Confidence is built one sentence at a time.
Exactly. Many people wait until they feel confident before speaking, but the truth is the opposite. You become confident because you speak. Action creates confidence. Practice creates confidence. Consistency creates confidence. Before we say goodbye, I'd like to leave you with one final message. Learning English is not about being perfect. It is about becoming better than you were yesterday. There will be days when you feel excited. There will also be days when you feel tired, frustrated, or discouraged. That is completely normal. The important thing is not how fast you move. The important thing is that you keep moving. One page every day becomes a book. One conversation every day becomes confidence. One new word every day becomes a rich vocabulary. One small habit every day can completely change your future. Never underestimate what you can achieve with patience and consistency.
And remember another inspiring lesson often associated with Jack Ma's journey. Never give up, because success belongs to those who keep learning, keep improving, and keep moving forward even when progress feels slow. Your English journey is unique. Don't compare yourself with someone who has been learning for 10 years. Compare yourself with who you were yesterday. Celebrate every new word. Celebrate every conversation. Celebrate every small victory. Those small victories will eventually become something extraordinary.
Thank you so much for spending your time with us today. We truly appreciate every minute you chose to learn with us. If you enjoyed this podcast, continue listening every day. Remember, listening is practice, speaking is practice, reading is practice, writing is practice. Every time you use English, you become a little stronger. Keep believing in yourself, because your future self will thank you for the effort you are making today.
Thank you so much for spending your time with us today. What's all up, we truly appreciate every minute you chose to learn with us. If you enjoyed this podcast, continue listening every day. Remember, listening is practice, speaking is practice, reading is practice, writing is practice. Every time you use English, you become a little stronger. Keep believing in yourself, because your future self will thank you for the effort you are making today.